Welcome to my channel Mathematics Made Easy by Mary MJ. Today I am discussing CBSE Class 8 Chapter 3 Understanding Quadrilaterals. We are continuing the chapter. In the last video we did exercise 3.3 up to 8th question. Now we will move on to question number 9. In the figure RISK and CLUE are parallelograms. So, here given that these two are parallelograms. Find x, we have to find what is the value of x. So, in a parallelogram, opposite angles will be equal. So, how can I find out the opposite angle here? Which is the opposite angle? Angle RIS is the opposite angle. So, in parallelogram RISK, angle RIS is equal to 120 degree. So, this angle is 120. So, what about this angle? So, that angle can be written as, see, these two angles, some adjacent angles of a parallelogram will be supplementary angles. So, if this is 120, this we can find. How can we find that angle? Sum will be 180. So, 180 minus 120 gives this angle. So, we can find that angle, that is angle KSI. KSI is equal to 180 minus 120 degree. That is equal to 60. So, this angle is equal to 60 degree. That is because it is a parallelogram, adjacent angle sum is supplementary. Now, this can be found. How can you find out this angle? That is angle CEU. That is also another parallelogram. CLUE is a parallelogram. So, opposite angles are equal. So, if this angle is 70, so definitely this also will be 70 because this is the opposite angle of that parallelogram. So, I can write angle CEU is also equal to 70 degree because opposite angle in parallelogram CLUE. So, opposite angle to angle L. Opposite angle to angle L in parallelogram CLUE. So, the same angle will be here also, that will be 70 degree. Now, I can find out what is the angle X. You can see that if this point we can give some other name, let it be M. So, this is a triangle. In a triangle, all the three angles sum will be 180 degree. So, we can find out what is this X. Total angle sum will be 180. So, X plus 60 plus 70 is equal to 180, or X can be written as X is equal to 180 minus 60 plus 70. That 60 and 70 should be written in the bracket. So, that means X is equal to 180 minus 130, which is equal to 50 degree. So, X equal to 50 degree. Now, next one, question number 10. Explain how this figure is a trapezium. Which of its two sides are parallel? Which of its two sides are parallel? Figure is given here. and it is given the names as K, L, M and N. Here this angle is 100 degree and this angle is given as 80 degree. Explain how this is a trapezium. That's a question. So here angle M plus angle L, we are getting it as 180. In a trapezium, adjacent angles sum will be supplementary. So these two angle sum we are getting it as 180. That is sum of interior angle. These two interior angle is 180. So that is one condition. Then also N, M and it is given that which of its two sides are parallel. So if these two angle sum is 180, we can say that NM is parallel to KL because sum of interior angles. These two angles sum is 180. So these two lines will be parallel lines. So NM is parallel to KL. Therefore what can we say? KLMN is a trapezium. Okay, now next one. Question number 11. Find measure of angle C. In the figure, if AB is parallel to DC. Figure is given here. Here this is A, B, C and D. This angle is given as 120 degree. We have to find the measure of angle C if AB and CD are parallel. If AB and CD are parallel, then these two angles sum will be 180. That is angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 since AB is parallel to CD. Then angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Here given angle B is equal to 120 degree. 120 degree plus angle C is equal to 180 degree, or angle C is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree, which is equal to 60 degree. So measure of angle C is equal to 60 degree. Now next one. Next question is question number 12. Find the measure of angle P and angle S if SP is parallel to RQ. Here the figure given is, this is the figure. Given that this angle is R, this is R and there it is marked as 90 degree angle. This is given as 130 degree. This is Q, this is P and this is S. So we need to find out how much is angle P and how much is angle S. Here given that SP is parallel to RQ. These two are parallel lines. So if these two are parallel lines, SP and RQ are parallel, then these two adjacent angles sum will be 180. That means angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180. Reason is sum of co-interior angles. Sum of co-interior angles is 180. So these two angles is 180. So we can write here angle P plus angle Q is 130 is equal to 180 degree, or angle P is equal to 50 degree. So angle P we got it as 50 degree angle. This is 50 degree. And this is 90 degree because already given. Now how much is angle S? Can find how much is angle S. Since it is a quadrilateral, all the angle sum, total angle sum will be 360, or you can find out using these two are parallel lines also, SP and RQ are parallel. So these two angle also will be 180. So that is angle S plus angle R is also equal to 180, because those are also co-interior angles. Since these two lines are parallel lines, these two angles sum will be 180. Already we know R is equal to, angle R is 90 degree. So angle S is equal to 180 degree minus angle R, that is 90 degree. Hence angle S is equal to 90 degree. So that's all from that exercise. Now we'll move on to the last topic of the chapter, that is some special parallelograms. Some special parallelograms. So here we will discuss the remaining few of the parallelograms, different types of parallelograms. First one we have to discuss is a rhombus. We know that in a parallelogram opposite sides will be equal parallel, also opposite angles will be equal. So similar way we can find some other different types of parallelograms. Out of that, first one is a rhombus. What is the peculiarity of a rhombus? Rhombus means all the four sides will be equal. That's a rhombus. So for a rhombus, all sides will be equal. All sides are equal in length. And the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of one another. The diagonals, that means, what is the meaning of that? The diagonals are of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of one another means these diagonals intersect at 90 degree. That is, the angle between those two diagonals will be 90 degree. That means the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of one another. So all the sides are equal, then the diagonals intersect at 90 degree angle. So these are the properties of rhombus. So remaining all other properties of parallelograms will be satisfied in the case of rhombus also. That's why we say that rhombus is a special parallelogram. Then second one is a rectangle. This rectangle is also a parallelogram, but in a rectangle we can see that all the angles are equal. With equal angles, it is a parallelogram because opposite sides are equal and parallel. Only thing is that it is having all the angles equal. Here all angles are equal and all angles are 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. Then here the opposite sides will be equal. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. And its diagonals. What is the peculiarity of the diagonal of a rectangle? These diagonal bisect each other, that is, they will be cutting at the midpoint. The diagonals bisect each other. So we have to study the properties of all these parallelograms. So that's about rectangle. So diagonals are equal in length also, that also we have to tell. Diagonals are equal in length. What about in the case of a rhombus? In the case of a rhombus, diagonals are not equal. They are different. Both the diagonals are of different length. Now the third one which we have to study is about square. What can you say about a square? Square is also a parallelogram, but all the sides are equal here. In the case of a square, all sides are equal. All angles are equal, and all angles are 90 degree. All angles are equal. Also, all angles are 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. Then, what about some other properties are there for square? What is that? Diagonals. Diagonals are equal in length. Diagonals are equal in length. Then, what about how they intersect? They bisect each other, means they are at the touching at the midpoint. These all lengths are equal. So, diagonals of a square bisect each other. Diagonals of a square bisect each other. And finally, angle between the diagonals, they are perpendicular to each other. The diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Intersecting, where they are intersecting, that angle will be perpendicular to each other. That is, diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisectors. Diagonals of a square are perpendicular to each other. So, they are perpendicular to each other, they bisect, then they are of equal length. All the angles of a square are 90 degree, then all sides of a square are equal. So, these are the properties of special types of parallelograms. These all we discussed, it was parallelograms itself, but they are all having different properties other than parallelograms. So, you have to be familiar with all kinds of parallelograms. That is, we studied here what is rhombus, what is a rectangle, what are squares, what are its properties. So, that is all from this chapter. Revise the chapter so that you can understand what are the different types of quadrilaterals. Thank you for watching my video. Those who haven't subscribed, please like, share and subscribe, and also click on the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Bye.